reentry. And my focal point will be women returning with small children. The problem that I want to solve is recidivism, poverty for low-income residents of ex-offenders returning to the community, as well as youth engagement with former gang members, former drug addicts, substance abusers at large, for youth that are returning from incarceration as well. And then the lack of jobs for ex-offenders. These are the problems that we would like to attack. Who's my key audience? Will be returning ex-offenders, mainly women and youth. And then my audience will be manufacturing companies, as some 500 manufacturing company in the community. And of course, I would like to get my alderman, my representative support in doing so. What is my re-entry point to reaching my audience? I would like to have a relationship with the penal institution that women will be returning from, community meetings that we will engage in to make sure that our community at large is on board with helping women return to the community. And then we will have a contact person at the manufacturing company so that we can have a second chance, to try to develop a second chance program for ex-offenders at the manufacturing companies. And of course, nonprofits that are doing reentry, get some input from them and some contacts that they may have. What steps are needed to bring about change? Is group meeting with ex-offenders, offering hope, educate, establish a second chance program with manufacturers, as I stated, job skill program, counseling by professional counselors, family therapy, professional program for each offender, ex-offender, with the case manager so that they will be on point and not spinning their wheels. And then we would like to establish self-awareness with the ex-offender, triggers that would trigger them to go down the wrong path, environment that they're in, environment that they're returning to, and of course the same people, places, and things. We want them to be aware of those things that can cause them to relapse or to return back to the penal institution. What is the measurable effect of my work? Is that ex-offenders returning to incarceration versus not returning to incarceration. Sustaining employment, sustaining housing, and not moving from house to house and living with people, but maintain their own housing, maintaining good parental status, doing what is required to have their children return back to them, meeting the requirement as youth to fulfill the goals that have been set, maintaining job skill classes and attending them as required. And what are the wider benefits of our work? Is productive citizens, reduces recidivism, taxpaying citizen, causing our community to come up. And what is the long-term change to see as our goal? Is that see one, do one, teach one. So when a mother comes out, that's the term, is that we would like to get mothers, these women, going to different penal institutions and different shelters to be able to talk. And I was taught as a nursing student, you see it being done, then you do it yourself, and then you teach one. See one, do one, teach one. So
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome, absolutely beautiful. Let's give her a hand. Okay. Is there any feedback to what you just heard? We would love to hear some feedback.
Yes.
I got one thing,
Okay.
and it's like we all do that, because I'm gonna say we all because it's like that's the course. I don't like the part where we just say women and children, just youth, the children, when it's a whole collective all with everybody, which is man that's involved.
Okay.
And we semi-separate that due to the fact that, hey, we say we got the women and the children over here, and we're gonna have the young men and the men over here. So
Okay.
I think we need to bridge that gap together instead of keeping on separating it, because that's mainly the reason why things are going on the way they're going on, because it's been separated, and it's been separated too long. I think it's just time to bring it together.
Okay.
Because we all in the same situation. It ain't just the men or the women. It's,
Okay.
it's everybody
Okay.
with the children, because some of these men are these children's fathers.
Well, they are.
You see what
That's
I'm
all.
saying?
They
So,
are.
you know,
Can't
I-
do nothing without them.
yeah, we can't do, but they got it separated, like the man ain't there. Or
Okay,
the father.
but I respect what you're saying. But no one can do it all.
Right?
So I think if you take a piece, I take a piece, she take a piece, you take a piece, then we make it whole. I agree with what you're saying on that.
Yeah.
But I know that our organization cannot do male and female. We have to do one or the other. So I have to do what's conducive to what we can handle.
Okay.
So I respect what you're saying very much.
Cause it's just that that's what I see, and I've been saying it since I started, and then
So
you
so
know
if
I
you
don't
got a
have,
male group or a youth group, so
I
let's
do-
bring our groups together.
I do everybody.
Okay,
It
but
ain't
see,
no
you can
such-
afford that,
And
and that's your vision.
yes.
That's your vision, so you can't put your vision on me.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the vision
No,
part.
it is the vision. It
it's
is the
like,
vision.
I still
It
think
is.
it's separated, because the fact is that we say, hey, a lot of people don't want to deal with the men, or a lot of people don't want to deal with the ladies.
Well,
So
I think it take a man to deal with a man.
I wanna say.
And I think it take a woman to deal with a woman, cause we
I
know
agree.
what women feel. So you a man, you deal with the men, then we bring it all together.
Well, we gotta agree to disagree.
Okay, I say I respect what he's saying, I
Yeah,
respect
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I know that it's just like you go to a restaurant. I went to a restaurant and I like liver. So I ordered some liver and the liver was horrible. So
Exactly.
if you got all these things on the menu, you're not gonna be good at all of those.
No, exactly.
So let me be good at what I'm good at.
Right. That's
And then I'll be more productive.
Yeah.
Okay, Reverend
But I think
Tate.
you could be good at with men's too, though. Or
No, you can't say that.
because
You can't
because your mind frame is only set on women.
right.
No,
Okay.
She said.
Oh, yeah,
Women and children.
yeah. That,
I'm talking
Reverend
about
Tyson.
parenting.
Can we
I'm
hear
talking-
from Reverend Tyson?
Yes,
Right.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say that when you starting off somewhere and venturing off into a different avenue or area, you can't just open up, like my organization is small.
Mhm.
What I wanna do is work with the youth,
That's what we.
not just working with the youth, it brings their
The parents
parents
in,
in.
yeah.
I wanna put it in the school, but my focus is on the youth, and she's saying her focus is on women that are reentering. Now, if you're in the community and you have a focus group for men that you're working with men, we could all collaborate together.
Right,
We
right.
could have joint meetings together. I could bring my youth in with her re-entry, and you could bring your men in, and we could all sit down and have a round table and see. But it does not stop us from specializing and focusing on that one thing that we
Right.
specialize on. You're good with the men, so if we have questions or something that come up with the men, we talk to you. If you have a question or you need help with you talk to us.
And one reason why I centered on women is because I Googled how many women's shelters are there. Do you know it's more men support than it is for women coming out? Some women I know have to stay in prison because they have nowhere to go.
Some
But-
men do too.
Okay, that I agree. But what I'm saying, even in this community, it's more men shelters than there are women.
Okay, Mario, let's hear from you.
So that's why I built my organization the way that I built it. The name of it is Bridget G. House of Hope, which consists of more after-school programs for kids, motivational speaking, violence prevention, and also reentry. So here you go. We dealing with youth and we dealing with adults because we understand that everyone needs help.
Right.
So but you making some key points. I don't want nobody to do nothing that they don't feel they good at.
Right.
Do what you good
Right.
at, and then we bring it all
There you go.
together
There you go.
and combine it. Then everyone happy at the end of the day.
Right, right.
Awesome.
Now, I'm a good speaker. I can preach and make you shout. But
I'm about to shout now.
but if we get in a group and say sell something, I can't sell jack.
And this what I do.
Right. So I'm saying let me do what I do
You gotta
good.
let people
So
do
then
it.
the people will be blessed and benefited. But if you got me doing 10 different things,
Right.
I'm a slack off on some of those things.
I just want you to
I
do what
just-
you good
There,
at.
there you go. That's my point.
I wasn't
That's my
saying
point.
that we weren't good at what we do. I was just saying that
The
the
design
separation
of-
of the situation, that's all. Because some people, it, like how you say, they might just be directly, cause like me, I deal with you and, you know, I got you both, all. I don't just deal with one. When I go talk to somebody, they say, hey, I ain't messing with the youth.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to somebody else, hey, I just want adults.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the math thing because it's set that way. So if it's set that way, how are we gonna be able to change that? Not saying that you ain't good at that, because if you could talk to the females, you could actually talk to a guy. If you
And I
can
do,
If
I
you
do.
can make me shout, then you can make me shout. It don't make it shouldn't make a difference.
But I understand your viewpoint. I
Yeah.
really do. And I respect that.
Yeah.
But
But-
like I say, if we had to go out there and sell something,
You
I'll be on the bottom. Because I know I'm not good at selling nothing. I done tried selling insurance, nothing, everything I tried.
See if she would have collided with us, that's where we would have came in at, cause we good salesperson.
Right.
you
So
do
then
what
we
you-
bring your piece in, you bring your piece in, her piece, my piece, then we got a whole thing to help the community.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. So on that note, I'm gonna shut this video down and thank you very much. And I'll see you guys on Facebook.